There's another reason to be excited dahil nandito na sa kamay ko ang Redmi Turbo 4. Fresh from the success ng Redmi Turbo 3 last year, tinuloy ni Redmi itong series na ito. So this is exactly the same ng POCO X7 Pro, which is a rebranded ni Xiaomi. Alam naman natin no, yung ginagawa ni Xiaomi. But for this China variant, Xiaomi put in more effort dito. Malalaman nyo right after this quick intro. Ito si Redmi Turbo 4 na may 12 gigs of RAM and 256 GB of storage is currently priced at 19,000 pesos. Yes, I know medyo mas mahal kaysa sa POCO X7 Pro na 12,256 which is around mga nasa 17,999. Pero itong sulit sweldo sale and probably sa February 2 na sale, makukuha mo to for just 18,100 pesos. Dahil pwede mo applyan ng voucher from Lazada na 1,000 pesos, makukuha mo ng 18,100 upon checkout. Kung it's just 100 to 200 pesos more expensive than the POCO X7 Pro, definitely mas sulit tong phone na ito. Now, one of the things na gusto ko dito sa kanya is yung kanyang design. Kita mo, very simple ang kanyang design. I love yung kanyang combination dito. Plus yung kanyang linya dito na pula. It looks medyo game-centric na phone. Lalo na pag pinailaw ko tong ilaw na ito, itong LED light na ito, aba, ito ang wala ni POCO X7 Pro. Now, you can switch this on while you're gaming or watching videos. Talagang mafe-feel mo na mas maganda siya. It's even dancing to the beat ng pinapanood kong video dito or Spotify pwede rin. Just turn it on and you'll get some really nice experience. Pwede mo rin siya i-turn on sa mga notification and other application. Makita mo lahat ng settings dito. Another good thing is meron pa rin siyang IR dito sa ibabaw and quite good din ang feel ko dito sa phone nito. One thing na hindi nyo alam is that this one is thinner than the POCO X7. Si POCO X7 is 8.3mm thick. This one is just 8.1mm thick. But I can hardly tell the difference. Hindi kita ng mata ko. Now, ang likod nito is plastic back, plastic frame, and Corning Gorilla Glass 7 ay ang protection. This one meron siyang IP68, IP69 dust and water resistant. Pero hindi ko sinabi na ihagis ito sa swimming pool. Now, alam natin na this one is exactly the same as the POCO X7 Pro. It's also being powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultra. One thing na napansin ko dito sa kanya is that mas mataas ang Antutu benchmark score na nakuha ko dito. It almost reached a 1.7 million points dito. And sa POCO X7 Pro, I just got a 1.48 million points. Siguro feel ko mas optimized itong kay Redmi Turbo 4. Personal opinion ko lang yan ha. And ito ang kanyang breakdown score. Check yung kanyang CPU benchmark dito sa Geekbench and ang kanyang GPU benchmarking. 3,800 kanyang loop scores dito sa Wild of Extreme and meron din siyang 50% stability. Looking okay naman kanyang thermal and it throttled to 80% ng kanyang best performance. Now, pagdating sa battery, dito nagkakatalo. There are some other tech reviewers na sobra silang confused at ginamit nila ang battery size nito at nireport sa inyo sa POCO X7 Pro. Ito ang meron 6,550 mAh na battery. Si POCO X7 Pro, meron lang siya 6,000 flat na battery size. Pero both sila kaya mag-support up to 90 watts na fast charging ni Xiaomi. So, charging from 0 to 100, around mga nasa 40 to 45 minutes tapos ka na. Now, if you're asking me kung okay naman ang battery life nito, I would say okay. I think it can last you even longer than the POCO X7 Pro. Dahil sa kanang extra na 550 mAh, it can give you the extra hour na performance. Now, sinalang ko to sa PC Mark na battery stress test under 50% brightness and 60 Hz screen refresh rate. Sa POCO X7 Pro, I got a 19 hours na screen on time. Dito, it got me a 20 hours and 7 minutes na screen on time. Sabi ko sa'yo, it can give you an extra hour. So, definitely, mas makunat to. Now, pagdating naman sa display, I would say same lang naman silang dalawa. Both phones sport 6.67-inch na AMOLED display with 120Hz of screen refresh rate and ang maximum brightness, 3,200 nits. Both are being protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. And by the way, pareho silang ships together with HyperOS 2 inside Android version 15. Now, kung browsing lang pag-uusapan dito, it will give you definitely a good experience dito. Browsing on social medias, and other apps na favorite ninyo, talagang okay na okay. Smooth na smooth ang magiging experience mo dito. Now, if you're watching naman videos on this phone, meron siyang level 1 na Wi-Fi security level, so you can watch your favorite shows on HD content. I did watch several films dito on YouTube, and I would say na sobra naman ako nag-enjoy dito sa kanya. Magandang kanyang display dahil very sharp. Now guys, ang phone na ito, meron siyang dalawang speaker dito sa ilalim and dito sa ibabaw. Though, medyo hindi siya balance kasi ilalim nito, 5 butas. Sa ibabaw, 2 lang kanyang butas. So, mafe-feel mo there's a little bit more of an imbalance dito. Pero check lang natin kung gaano siya kalakas. Malakas ang kanyang sound na. I would say above average, not so bad. So what's nice dito is habang kumakanta si G-Friend dito sa aking YouTube Shorts, umiilaw din ang aking LED light dito sa likod. Something na hindi mo makita sa POCO X7 Pro. So I did play 4 titles dito. Alam naman natin gagawin natin gaming phone tong si Redmi Turbo 4. So I did play Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Mobile, Farlight 84 and Honor of Kings. Now, pagdating sa Genshin Impact, sobrang smooth ang gameplay ko dito. I would say na nilagay ko siya sa high settings. Hindi ko naman siya sinagad sa highest, no? Kasi alam naman natin na this is a 8400, hindi siya 9400, no? So, hindi ko siya sinagad-sagad. But given na sinagad ko siya sa high settings plus 60 FPS, smooth ang gaming experience ko dito. Though, nagbabakbakan kami, ang daming boss, no? On a certain point, kahit medyo dash ako ng dash and dalagang tuloy-tuloy ang attack natin relentlessly, wala ko na feel na frame drops. That's one thing na nagustuhan ko dito sa phone na ito. Kaya na mag-hold up dito sa Genshin Impact. And pinakamainit na abot ko after mga 40 minutes of gameplay, 43 degrees Celsius. Call of Duty Mobile, alam na natin kaya-kaya na itong phone na ito, maning-mani lang sa kanya. The graphics was nice, the touch response was nice, and the gameplay was really smooth, no? I did play several ranked matches dito, and the experience is really one of the better ones na nalaro ko on a mid-range phone. One thing na gusto ko sa kanya is okay naman ang kanyang sounds, and after 30 minutes of gameplay, 42 degrees Celsius ang nakuha ko. Pagdating sa Farlight 84, sinagad-sagad ko rin kanyang graphics, okay. I would say na one thing that surprised me dito sa kanya is probably optimized ng Farlight 84 dito sa phone na ito, or probably sa 8400 Ultra. It was able to give me a good experience dito sa kanya. Halos wala naman ako feel na lags. Nagtapos ako ng 3 ranked matches dito sa kanya, and yeah, I did really feel the game. It was really immersive, si Farlight 84 dito sa Redmi Turbo 4, and honestly, wala akong magiging complaint dito sa kanya. The experience was really nice, the touch response was really nice. Pinakamainit na inabot niya, 42 degrees Celsius after 30 minutes. Honor of Kings is another good game na nalaro ko dito sa kanya. Naglaro din tayo ng 2 ranked matches dito. Honestly, wala rin ako na feel na frame drop dito sa kanya. Sobrang smooth ang gameplay ko dito sa Honor of Kings. One thing na napansin ko sa kanya is magandang kanyang graphics and smooth din siya. After 30 minutes of gameplay, 42 degrees Celsius din ang inabot ko dito. Na kung feel nyo medyo mainit ang 42 to 43 degrees Celsius, you can always use a game cooler like the FlyDigi B7. Napag-usapan natin ang kanyang camera. Same din naman sila ni POCO X7 Pro, having a 50MP na main camera sensor with OIS and a 8MP na ultra-wide lens. This one can shoot you up to 4K and 60, and ang kanyang front-facing camera, pareho silang 20MP which can only shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. Now guys, simulan natin analysis natin with some outdoor shots na nakuha natin, and this is a very quick snap, and I was able to gather a really nice shot dito sa kanya. Checking out yung building, yung vicinity, looks really nice na very chill and relaxing yung pagtingnan natin. Kapag tinignan mo itong shot na ito, it looks really nice. Calm lang yung shot na ito. Na pag tinignan natin itong photo na ito, it looks really nice, no? Pag zoom in natin to sa mga gamit dito sa sahig, and it would show you some really nice details dito sa kanya. Now, trying to take some shot dito sa 2 lantern na ito, makita mo ang ganda ng pag-focus sa subject and blurring all the way to the background. Now, one thing na nagustuhan ko dito sa shot na ito is, though medyo saturated ang kanyang pagka-green, pero okay naman ang kanyang pagka-green dito, yung kanyang pagka-saturate, yung natural lang yung kanyang pagka-saturate. This is something that pwede mo i-post sa Instagram, no? Dahil sa ganda ng kanyang AI sa pag-saturate dito sa photo na ito. This is also medyo saturated ng kanyang pagka-purple, though yung sa in actual, no, hindi siya ganun ka-purple, pero dito in-enhance niya talaga ng kanyang AI to make it look better for Instagram. Now, this is another simple shot na nagustuhan ko, taking a shot dito sa upuan na ito. And ang ganda ng kanyang pagka-background blur. I just simply love it. Now, sa mga animal lover, I would say na this camera can take you some good shot ng yung mga pets, be it aso or pusa. And pag zoom in natin dito sa mukha ng pusa, na makita mo mga whisker niya, very detailed pa rin. Now, this is another cityscape shot na nagustuhan ko, and it looks really nice and calm lang. Though makita mo there's a lot of details sa kanyang cloud. Now, nilaro din natin kanyang ultra-wide lens. This is what I got. One-time zoom and 2 times zoom. Now, makita natin yung color dito sa ultra-wide lenses is a little bit different from the main lens. So, sa main lens, medyo mas maputi ang cloud. And dito sa ultra-wide lens is medyo mas grayish kunti ang kanyang cloud. Now, going indoor, taking some mga bread shot na ito, makita mo, no, ang ganda nitong details na na-capture natin sa cheese dito sa ensaymada. And yung nasa likod niya, no, ang ganda rin ng kanyang pagka-blur. And taking some food shot dito, and I would say na talagang ang ganda ng kanyang camera. I was impressed with most of this food shot na nakuha natin. Very simple lang, quick snap lang naman most of these photos, and you'll see a lot of good details dito sa mga food shot na nakuha ko. And I was still able to capture some mga Christmas decors, and yeah, ganda pa rin, no? Itong kanyang camera, this is probably one of my favorite shot na na-capture ko dito using this camera on low light. And taking some gown shot dito, makita mo pag zoom in mo mga beads niya, kitang-kita pa rin kanyang details. Now, using the front-facing camera sa outdoor, I would say na maganda ng resolution na this time around. Though, I would say na medyo smooth na aking muka by default, and not so bad mga photos na nakuha ko dito. There's still details sa aking muka, nandiyan pa rin mga craters, hindi nawawala. But there are times when your camera is going against the sun, makita mo medyo mas namumuti tayo. Pero kung ang mukha ko naman is against the sun, mas maganda ang effect. Pag indoor low light, makita mo medyo mas smooth din ang mukha ko. But it's still acceptable naman sa these photos na nakuha natin on indoor situation. And yeah, basta maganda naman lighting, you'll be able to give you some really nice photos from indoor. Now, taking this video while walking on outdoor, okay naman, no? Not the best na nakuha ko, but I would say na pretty solid naman ang kanyang camera. Though it's a little bit shaky, but still good for me. And pag tinignan mo naman siya on indoor, equally said, no? Hindi naman siya sobrang shaky, just a bit. Pero yung kanyang color reproduction is hindi lang ganun kaganda for me. Now, if you're using yung kanyang rear camera, I would say maganda ka ng resolution, kanyang video quality, and quite stable din siya. Ganito naman ang quality na makukuha mo if you're using it outdoor. Now guys, I know it's a tough choice kung Redmi Turbo 4 ang pipiliin mo or the POCO X7 Pro. Now, one of the good things dito sa phone na ito is that sa China ROM, mas walang ads ka mapapansin. And ang kanyang software update is always mas priority ang mga China ROMs. Sa personal opinion ko, mas optimized to dahil nakakuha ko ng higher Antutu benchmark score dito compare sa aking POCO X7 Pro. And this one has the bigger battery plus yung ganda ng LED light dito sa kanyang camera module. So ano, convinced ka na dito sa Redmi Turbo 4? If you want to know kung saan nyo pwede mabili ito, I'll post all the official link on the description box below kung saan siya pwede mabili. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a quick sub sa aking channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.